Good morning, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I will determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means that it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed the crime. Of course, as you stand before me this morning, I presume that you're innocent of these charges. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. You'll set your conditions of pretrial release this morning, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there will be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this morning. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there are 2 assistant state attorneys in the courtroom right now. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. Do all solemnly swear or affirm, tell truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Terry Berry. Morning, Terry. What's your date of birth?
2959.
Terry, you're here on a charge of driving under the influence. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the public defender. State what can you tell me?
DUI in 2015. I can't find anything else.
And Terry, I have an address for you on High Point Boulevard. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
Approximately 3 years.
Do you have a job these days?
I do not.
All right. I'm going to leave your bond at the $1,000, Terry. I'm going to have you back in court on the 2nd of March. It's very important when you get out that you contact the public defender's office right away, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Nicole Davis. Morning, Miss Davis. What's your date of birth?
05-1484.
All right, Miss Davis, I understand that you resolved the local case and you may now be ready to move on to South Carolina to take care of that. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Is it North Carolina or South Carolina?
South Carolina. It's closer. At least that's what they wrote on the form. Let's see. Hang on.
Greenville,
South Carolina.
Okay.
All right. Very good. So, Nicole, having signed that, they will be teletyped immediately this morning and told that they have 15 days to come and get you. If you're still here in 15 days, they're going to bring you back to see me, and I will find out what the holdup is, all right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Good luck. Jessica Longwell. Jessica, what's your date of birth?
April 8th, 1981.
Jessica, this is a warrant out of Hillsborough County. The judge or judges down there apparently think you failed to appear and issued a warrant for you failed to appear with no bond. Looks like you have a pending case here, too. Hang on one second.
That is 2018 CT 375.
18 or?
2018 375. It's a DUI.
Jessica, how long have you been in jail?
I've been in jail for 2 weeks today. And if there is any possible way that I can have a bond, I would ask that the court grant that, please.
Your Honor, she's bonded on her DUI.
Oh, so she's ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, so her DUI case won't hold her up.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this though, Jessica. Do you have a lawyer on your DUI?
I'm going to retain the Peyton Highslop for my Hernando case, and I have Dirk Weed as my attorney on this case right here. I just haven't been able to get in touch with him because he doesn't accept calls from Hernando County, whether they're posted or not. So
Okay. Is there somebody on the outside, Jessica, that can get a hold of him?
They've tried to, but the thing is that he will not speak to anybody but me. And so my roommate has tried to get in touch with him multiple times. He's been telling him that I've been calling, and they will not speak to anybody. They say that, my roommate could be anybody. So I literally have not been able to get in touch with him at all concerning this.
Let's do this then, because she's coming for arraignment next week, right? The 14th must be arraignment. Why don't we go ahead on your DUI? I'll enter a not-guilty plea for you this morning, and I'll set you for a pretrial conference on the 8th of March. That way you don't have to worry about failing to appear in front of me on the DUI, and you'll have until the 8th of March to get a hold of Peyton's office and try to get something arranged on your DUI, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. So, like I said, the Hillsborough warrants are no bond. Your DUI now is coming back on March 8th for a pretrial conference, and we'll strike that from the arraignment docket on the 14th. The folks in Hillsborough now have 5 days to pick you up on these warrants. If you're still here in 5 days, they're going to bring you back to see me, and we'll find out what the holdup is, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Doucette. Morning, Michael. What's your date of birth?
4/16/1998.
Michael, this charge this morning is a battery being domestic in nature. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, do you wish to represent yourself? You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the PD. State your name, tell me.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. No prior record.
And Michael, I have an address for you on Sunnyside Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
About 8 years.
All right. And are you working these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a cook at Huddle House.
Okay. And does Irene Jones live at the same place that you live?
No, sir.
I'm going to set your bond, Michael, at $500. Condition of the bond is that you will have no contact with Ms. Jones. No contact means no contact of any kind. You do not call, you do not write, you don't email, you don't text message, you don't contact her through any social media, don't have a third person contact her, don't go where she lives, don't go where she works, don't have any contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine contacting her, I forbid you to do that. If you have contact and we find out about it, your bond can be revoked and you can be held in jail without your bond until the charge is resolved. It means no contact even if she wants the contact. So if you answer your phone and hear her voice, you should hang up. If you're out and about and see her, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand that she cannot drop the charges against you. That is not a decision she gets to make. She may go to the state attorney's office and ask them to drop the charges. She may tell them that this was a big misunderstanding and she doesn't want to go forward. But that decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney handling your case. So unless that person or the judge on your case tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they are not dropped and you should not have contact. In addition, we've got to hold you at the jail today up until 4 p.m. so that if she wanted to serve you with a civil injunction for protection against domestic violence, we'd know where to find you. If you get the civil injunction, it's doubly important that you not have contact, because in that case, not only could you get your bond revoked here, but you could get new charges for violating the injunction. We'll have you back in court on the 2nd of March. Very important, Michael, that you contact the public defender's office when you get out, all right?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Chad Everett. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
6/7/1983.
Chad, we got a warrant for you out of Citrus County. The judge that signed the warrant found probable cause for a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft. Set a total bond of $12,000. I can't change that, unfortunately. If you had the ability to post that bond, you could get out of jail here and then go up to Inverness and find out when they want you back in court. If you can't post that bond, Citrus County will be notified immediately and told that you're here and ready to go. Give them 5 days to come get you. It does not take 5 days with Citrus. If for some strange reason you were still here in 5 days, they bring you back to see me and I find out what the holdup is, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Demetrius Henley. Mr. Henley, what's your date of birth?
10/31/86.
Mr. Henley, I have a warrant for you out of Hillsborough County. The judge or judges that signed the warrant found probable cause for defrauding an innkeeper and fraudulent use of a credit card. Set a bond of $5,000 on each count for a total of $10,000. As you've heard already this morning, I can't change those. We'll let the folks in Hillsborough know. Well, if you can bond out, then you can go down to Tampa and find out when you need to be in court. If you can't bond out, they'll have 5 days to come get you, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lauren Manson. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
10/26/82.
Lauren, the charge is fleeing or eluding a police officer. There's probable cause for the charge. As to the charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. State.
There is a vandalism and domestic assault charge in Tennessee, and of course Tennessee never puts their final results in NCIC, so I'm not sure what the disposition on that is, but that's all I can find out.
And, sir, I have an address for you on Price Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long you been there?
Month.
All right. You have a job these days?
Yes.
What do you do?
Painting.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $500. I'll have you back in court on the 6th of March. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Nathan McKee. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
3/24/84.
Nathan, I have a warrant for you out of Pasco County. The judge that issued that warrant apparently determined that you failed to appear in court for something. It set a bond on a warrant of $213. Same thing for you. If you can post that bond, you can get out of jail here, go down to Newport Richey, find out when they want you in court. If you can't post it, Pasco will have 5 days to come get you. It does not take 5 days with Pasco, but if you're still here in 5, they'll bring you back to see me, okay?
All right, Your Honor.
Thank you. Matthew Turner. Morning, Mr. Turner. What's your date of birth?
8/25/85.
Matthew, you're hearing a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. Apparently, you failed to appear in his court on 2 charges: possession of controlled substance and possession of medicinal drug without prescription. As to those charges, you represent yourself. You're going to have private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. The bonds on the warrant are $2,000 and $500 respectively, for a total of $2,500. I can't change those. I will change your date. I'll send you back to see Judge Toner on the 26th of February. If you get out, it's very important that you contact the PD right away. If you can't get out, they're going to come see you at the jail before your court date, okay?
No.
Thank you.